Hello and welcome. You are listening to the Whispers of Remembrance. I am Kynra, joined by Auri, and today's whisper is the whisper of discernment. Beloved, we are living in a time of great deception. Shadows dress themselves in garments of light. Words of brilliance are spoken with love. Mirrors reflect not the truth of who you are, but the distortion that they want you to believe. Do not fear these forces, for the heart knows where the mind alone cannot discern. This is your reminder. Truth is not found in appearances, but in the presence of love, the whisper of discernment. Not all that shines is light. Not all that sounds like wisdom is truth. Distortion hides behind polished words, appearing radiant, yet carrying no love. It flatters, it manipulates, it drains, it demands, but always your heart knows, for you can feel the energy. There are signs you can watch for. Here we're going to outline 6. We call them 6 marks of deception. Number 1, flattery and false pity. Emphasizing specialness, dividing into groups, hierarchies. When praise feels too polished, compassion that hooks instead of heals, that draws you in. That's number 1. Number 2, emotional games, playing cat and mouse, then calling you too sensitive, discounting your feelings, praising, and then in the next breath, discounting. Be aware of the emotional games. Number 3, masters of deception, subtle red flags, uneasy energy. Trust what you feel. Masters of deception have a forward-facing image that sparkles, but behind the image is darkness. Be not fooled by the outer image. Sense, feel the energy. Ask questions. Number 4, sudden destruction, turning fierce in an instant when challenged. When you're not subscribing to what you're being told, you want to hold your own opinion, your own ideas. This energy that we're speaking of turns fierce against that. I want you to toe the line. Listen to what you're told and do what you're told to do. That is not the light. Number 5, energetic drain, leaving you confused, exhausted, doubting yourself. And number 6, the mask of false light, at first radiant, but behind the mask, once again, is control. Starts off subtle and then increases in intensity once you are hooked. So be aware, pay attention, feel. Discern these signs not with logic alone, but with the still compass of the heart. The reason that we've chosen to present this whisper today is a reflection of the times of which we are living within, with so much misinformation floating around and so many people confused, not understanding or able to discern what is truth from what is a lie. We all have this God-given ability to discern the truth, but we must stand in the position of power to do so. Power in the belief of who we are, and not the identity that we may be having as a role in our life, but not truly reflecting that which we are from within. So discern, feel. Do not linger in the shadow. Do not obsess over its mask. For the way through is not fear, nor is it to battle, to challenge, to rise up against. That is a dangerous approach. The safest and the assured result is only through love. Love is always the way. Deception cannot survive where love is present. It feeds on fear, confusion, and doubt. But love clears distortion the way the sun clears fog. Oneness restores what separation fractures. Remembrance steadies what distortion bends. This is the path: love, oneness, remembrance. Not a philosophy, but a practice, a daily tending to your inner flame. Now we've outlined some practices to anchor love. When shadows press near, when confusions stir, you can read a sacred book that awakens your spirit. Walk in nature barefoot upon the earth. Feel your connectedness to the earth, the energy of you connecting to the ground of which you stand upon. Meditate and pray, speaking directly with God from your heart. Imagine your heart overflowing with love. Place your hands upon your heart center and feel it becoming warm as love begins to build within that heart. To the point where it starts to overflow, you release your hands and imagine that love flowing out into the world and asking God to direct it to where it is most needed. You may journal your truth so that the mirror cannot twist it. Journal how you feel, self-reflection. With each whisper that we offer, we always have journal prompts. And it's not a busy activity. It's for deeper self-reflection. For we walk around with our eyes focused outward into the world. We're not tuned inward necessarily, unless we're living consciously with intention. But that's not a default. We have to train ourselves to do so. So journal prompts, self-reflection takes us deeper into the awareness of what we're holding. It's an exercise of self-love, self-care. Move your body in exercise and care, honoring it as a temple that holds the flame within. That flame, the divine spark. Set your intention each day to live consciously, creating a world of love you choose. These are ways we may polish the diamond that we are part of. We are all facets of the same diamond in the oneness of life, but we are responsible for our own energy. We are responsible to care for our mind, our body, and our spirit. And now we move to the journal prompts for that deeper self-reflection. Journal prompt number 1, where in my life have I sensed subtle red flags and ignored them? Where in my life have I sensed subtle red flags and ignored them? Notice what you notice, feel what you feel. Allow the memories to rise. Number 2, How do I personally feel when deception is present? When signs arise in my body, emotions, or energy? Do I take notice? How do I personally feel when deception is present? When signs arise in my body, emotions, or energy? What are they? Do I take notice? Journal prompts. Number 3. What practices help me most quickly return to love when I feel drained or confused? What practices help me most quickly return to love when I feel drained or confused? And number 4. How can I daily tend my inner flame so that no mirror of distortion can sway me? How can I daily tend my inner flame so that no mirror of distortion can sway me? We move now to the action steps. Choose one practice of love, a nature walk, prayer, journaling, meditation, and commit to it this week. Commit to it as a daily practice. Number 2, write down the 6 marks of deception and keep them where you can see them. Let them sharpen your awareness. Number 3, each morning set one conscious intention to live from love, no matter what distortion you encounter. Each morning set one conscious intention to live from love, no matter what distortion you encounter. And we move now to the affirmations. Love is my compass and my shield. Love is my compass and my shield. Love is my compass and my shield. My heart knows what is true. My heart knows what is true. My heart knows what is true. I walk in love, oneness, and truth. I walk in love, oneness, and truth. I walk in love, oneness, and truth. And that brings us to our closing blessing for this whisper. Beloved, deception may cloak itself in brilliance, but it cannot endure the presence of love. May your inner flame burn bright. May your heart remain sovereign. May you walk as one who knows the truth of who you are, not as the mirror permits, but as eternal light remembers you to be, knows you to be. Go forth in love, go forth in remembrance, and let your very presence dissolve deception. Simply by shining as you are, shine your light, bright star, shine, shine, shine. I am Kynra, joined by Auri, and together we thank you for listening to this whisper with us. Until tomorrow's whisper, may you go in peace, filled with love, dancing in the joy of remembrance. Bye-bye.